Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So in this video I will create user login system. So I will create a user table. Okay. So in this video we will actually do admin login system. Okay. So to do this I have to create a user table in the database. So I will go to the browser and make sure that you have start XAMPP, Apache and MySQL. Okay. So I will go to the localhost slash PHP myadmin and I will open my project, and that is localhost server slash my project name, and my project name is restaurant, right? Restaurant. So you can see we have nothing except this space index. Okay, index space. So I'll go here and I have to wait for some times. So here you can see we have only two tables here, and now we will create one more table, and that is for the users. So I will say here users. Okay, and I need, let's say, user email. So id will be automatically incremented, so I will keep id, then email, then password, then name, then address and phone number, let's say. Okay, so 6 column, right? So we'll actually create here 6 column. 6. Let's say we need one more column, so actually we can add later. So now my table name is users and column number is 6, so I will create it. Here you can see we have all the 6 column. So first one is id. Okay, and the second one is, let's say, name. Third one is email. Okay, and fourth one is password. Fifth one is, let's say, address, and the sixth one is phone number. Okay, so the first one is auto incremented, so I have to click here AI and it will be primary key, and name should be varchar because it contain string. Here I will give 255 length, and email also varchar 255 length, and password is also varchar 255 length. And we have address, so address can be long, so we'll actually set here that text. And phone number is also varchar, so I will give here varchar and let's say 255. Okay, everything is done here. And one thing is we will actually log in through email and password, right? So we need unique so we need unique email, right? So I will go here and the email column, okay, I will make it unique because I have already a primary key, right? Here you can see already a primary key, so I will take it as unique. So go, and here you can see email is unique. Everything is done here. Now we have to give here save. We have to save it, right? So here you can see we have id, name, email, and the email is unique, id is primary, then we have password, address, phone number. So in our previous video we have created menu items, right? And here I made a mistake, so let me just solve it. So not here, actually orders table. You can see that in orders table we have status, right? If I go to the structure, you can see that our status is varchar, so we have to change it. So I will go here, change, and it will not be varchar, it will be enum. Okay, so I will go for enum. So here you can see enum. That's it. And I need to remove the length. Okay, I need to save it. Okay, so I need to set enum values. So the value will be, let's say, delivered, and let's say pending. Okay, we'll remove these two fields and go. So we have delivered and pending. Okay, and now I will click on save. So status is now changed, right? Okay, if I go to the browse, you can see we have pending status. Okay, if I go to the structure, you can see we have pending here. Let me just copy the pending from here, and I will go to the browse, and I will actually change it pending. And here you can see we have two options, pending and Okay, I'll enter here. And now let's go back to our topic, and that is user. So let's say, and yeah, I need to set here one more column because I need to know the user type. Okay, because I will use a single login form and a single table for all the users. So I will keep here two type of user, one for the admin and another one is for the customer, right? So I will create one more column. So I will go to the users here and I will go structure, and here I'll add one more column, and that will be before or let's say after password. So I will say after password, add one more column, go. As I mentioned earlier that we can actually add or delete column. Okay, so here I will say that type, user type. Okay, and the type would be enum. Where is enum? Here. And I will set values for enum. Click here, and my type is, let's say, admin and normal user. And I need to remove all of them except this two field. Go, save it. Okay, so now you can see we have type. Okay, and now I need to do registration. Okay, so actually I don't want to do registration for the admin. I will actually insert admin from the database, and I will do registration and login process I will do registration process only for the user. Okay, not for the admin. I will add admin from the database. So let's add a admin from the database. So here ID, let's say 101. Why? Let's say I haven't give here anything, let's say null, so it will actually count from 1. And if I say here 101 or 101, whatever you say, it will actually start from 101 and then the next one will be 102. So the name, let's say Yamin. Okay, email yamin@gmail.com. Password, let's say 123. And now we have to give the type is admin. Address, let's say Dhaka, Bangladesh. Okay, and phone number, let's say 0000. And now we have to select go, and now you can see we have insert in users table. Now let's go to the browse here. Here you can see we have added ID 101, name Yamin, and everything is here. Let's go for the login process. So I will create a login page for the admin. For the admin, we will create a new folder. Okay, but as the login process will be for all the users, let's say for normal users and admins, so we have to create it in the common file. So I will create a new file here and I will name it as login.php. And in the login.php, I will say that okay, at first actually I'm going to say here HTML and press tab. It will actually create basic structure for me. And in the title I will say that restaurant. Here I will write style. Why? Because I want to do style in the same page. Okay, so here I will say that I need a form, and let's say I want to add a form here, and I need some input field to login for the login purpose. Okay, and the first type would be, let's say, email, because I need to give here email and password, because I already mentioned that I want to actually log in. I want to start login process through email and password only. Okay, that's why actually I have made email column as unique. So name will be, let's say, email, and actually I want to say it here. I want to say that enter your email, and I want to copy it once again, and I want to say here that enter your password. Type would be password, and name also password. And I need a login button, so I'll give here input field and type should be submit. We can actually create here button in another way, that is like we have to say here button, and we have to give here button type should be submit, like this. Okay, no problem. We will actually use input. So input type submit, and I need a name for it, so I will say here submit, and I need to set value actually to show the button. So let's say I want to open this, so I'll go here and I will say that restaurant slash login dot php, and here you can see this is the button, but it doesn't have any name, right? So I mean to any value, so we have to set here a value that is login, or I can say here capital login, let's say. Okay, so I want to actually set a class here, let's say form. Okay, and I want to access the class here. To access the class, I have to give dot and the class name form, and I have to write here style attributes. Okay, css attributes. So here I will say that okay, I want to show all the forms inputs, okay, as display block. Why? Let me show you. Now you can see they are in column wise, right? If I refresh, now you can see they are in row wise, right? Enter your email, enter your password. Okay, so we have login button also, and I can actually give here some padding. So why padding? Because padding will actually create space inside the elements. I have actually mentioned that I want to create space inside the input. So now if I refresh, it will actually create space inside the inputs. And you can see a button also, right? And you can see button also, login button. So here actually I want to set a class for the button so that I can actually login button, so that I can actually change the color for the input, because all the item is input, right? So we have to actually say it. Okay, so I will say that dot button, I will say that color, sorry, background color, right? Background, here we do background color, let's say green, right? Go refresh, you can see color is changed, and I can set it blue, let's say. Okay, and I can change the text color to white. Okay, and let's say I want to show all the fields in the center of the div, I mean center of this page. Okay, so what I have to do here, I just have to say here that okay, I want form class, so dot form as a display as, let's say, oh, okay, I have to set the position at first, so I will say position, let's say fixed, so I will say top, let's say 35%. I mean I want space from the top, from here to 35%, so it will actually come here, and I need to create space from the left also. So when I set position, that time actually I can access all the attribute for the position, like top, left, right. Okay, so left would be, let's say 40%. Refresh. Okay, now you can see almost center, right? Okay, and I want actually create space outside of these boxes. Okay, so I will say here that okay, I want margin, let's say 5 pixel, let's say. Refresh. Okay, now you can see we have created space, and actually I want to set background color for this, so I will say here background color, let's say light, any light color, light blue. Okay, refresh. Okay, now you can see it actually create light blue color for this, and here I want to say that okay, I want to actually create padding, I mean space inside it. Okay, so I will say here padding, let's say 30 pixel. So padding 30 pixel. If I refresh, now you can see it create space inside of it. And here I want to give a button, let's say I want to go, so I will actually give here a link, okay, for the registration. I will say here that go for registration, and here I will give anchor tag, okay, and the reference is for now hash, let's say, and here I will say registration, register, okay, or sign up, let's say, or register, yes, register. Right. It's good, let's say. So refresh, now you can see go for registration, so it should go after login, right? Okay, so I will actually add it here. So after this, refresh. Okay, so here you can see we have register button, go for registration, login. So actually I want to set login either center of this div, or maybe it will take the whole width. So I will say, let's say I'll go here and I will check that button width, let's say that's 100%. Refresh. Okay, so now you can see it's 100%. Okay, so we have login button here and everything here, and done. I can change the background color for the input also. Okay, so let's change it. I'll go here and I'll check the background color for the button, let's say light, any light color, light coral, let's say. Refresh. Okay, like this, and I have changed the button color also. So I will go here and I will change the background color, okay, blue, important, let's say important. Refresh. Okay, now blue will be here, and if I write something here, you can see, okay, nice, okay, right. Okay, so that's it. You can see we have register button also, so it will not work because we have given here only hash, we didn't create the okay process. Okay, now let's do coding. So here you can see we have to give here required, so that nobody can actually give it null value. Okay, so I will say here required attribute, okay, and I will go here also password required, required, and everything is all right here. Now refresh. Now you can see I cannot actually press here login, so we have to give here value. Okay, all right, so I will say here in the form, here you can see we have class form, and I just have to say here method, let's say post, and I have to give here action, so I will say here action, where it will actually go. So it will actually go in the same page, so I will say login.php. So when somebody actually click on submit button, it will actually go to the same page, redirect to the same page. So I will go at the top, and here I will say PHP syntax, and I have to write here codes, like I have to accept those values. So I will say here if is set method, okay, and here I will say if $_ post, because the method is post, right, and our button name. So here you can see we have type submit, and name is also submit, so we have to actually give the name here. So I will copy it and I will go at the top and I will paste it here, submit, and we have to give her curly braces, and now we have to accept all the values. We have to store all the values, right, because the field values will actually redirect with when somebody actually click on submit, so it will actually redirect with the field value. So I have to accept all the field values. So let's say I want to accept the email, so I will say here email is equal to $_. The method is post, so I have to write here post, and then field name, the field name is email, right. Okay, and I'll say password is equal to $_post, okay, and the field name is password, right. Here you can see all the field name is password and email. Okay, so now we will actually need to do query. We'll actually check if the user logged in, if the user, if the email and password is same as the database. So we'll actually fetch the email from the database at first. So I will say here that okay, SQL, I need SQL, so I will say here dollar SQL. You can give here any name, so I will give it SQL, and you can see SQL. So I'll say here that okay, I need to select all from the table users, okay, because in our database the table name is users, right? Yeah. And we need to know the email and password from the users table. So I will say select all from users where email is equal to single quotation, and inside it I will have to say the dollar email. Okay, email is equal to dollar email, and I will say that now I have to execute the query. So I will say here dollar result, and actually why this variable, because I want to actually create, store the result inside a variable. So that's why actually I have given here result variable, and I will say here a function that is called my SQLi query. Okay, and here I have to pass two parameter, one for the connection, I mean to connect to the database, and another one is this SQL. So I need to connect the database, right? So that's why at first I have to connect the database. So include, I have to just say here db.php. Why? Because in the db.php we have actually set the connection. As I mentioned earlier in the previous video, that every single time when we need the connection, we don't need to write all the codes here. We just have to mention the PHP file, and this is the reason actually I have created a single PHP file for the connection purpose. So we know that in the db.php we have a variable con for the connection, and now I have to pass the variable that is $con and then SQL, our query. So now result will be executed, and now I will say that if not dollar result, I mean if the result is not executed successfully, we will actually echo the error. So I will say echo, then I will say error and colon, and I will actually print or paste the error. So I will say $con error, else I will actually check here that if dollar result number of rows is greater than 0, it means we have actually value, right? Is greater than 0 means it actually contain value. Why it is, let me just show you. Now actually we are fetching the email, right? And we found that okay, the email is exist, okay, but what about the password? Password should be matched, right? So I will say here that okay, I want to actually say here that dollar row a variable, and here I will actually fetch the password. Okay, so I will say mysql I, a function that is called fetch as sock. So this function actually contain the result parameter. Why? Because I want to know this result as associative array. Why? Because in associative array, I mean with the help of associative array, we actually can fetch the data through column wise with the column name only. Okay, so here that's why I have to store the result as associative array inside a variable, right? And now I will check that okay, I will actually say here that if okay, I will say that dollar row, then the query the column name is password, right? If I go here, you can see password. So I will say that if the row password is equal to our password, that is we are getting from the field password field, so dollar password. If it is same, then we will actually say echo log in successfully, right? Otherwise we'll say that echo password is wrong. And here I want to actually say that okay, I want to use, let's say h1, let's say, and I want to end the tag h1. So I'll say h1 slash h1, and I want to do style for it, style, is equal to, I want to set that let's say position fixed, then what other style, let's say left, let's say 35%, sorry 40%, right, 40%, and right, sorry top, let's say 35 35%. Okay, let's say 34. So password is wrong. Okay, now let's check. I will go here and here refresh, connect to the database successfully. Okay, so why it is, because in the db.php actually we have echo it, so we don't need to echo it. Let's say I have if statement and else it will actually work. Okay, so refresh, and now it's like this. And now let's say I want to set here email, let's say yamin@gmail.com, and password is, let's say, a wrong password. If I click on login, now you can see we have a text in the back of the field. So I will actually say here that okay, I want to do some style. I actually want to set here, let's say 30%. Now refresh, password is wrong, and let's say 25%. Okay, refresh, reload. Yeah, password is wrong. All right, so now I can actually set the color to red. So I'll go here, and here I will say that okay, I want to change the color also, red. Okay, red. Refresh, listen. Okay, password is wrong. Now let's say I want to say here yamin@gmail.com and 123. Now password is right. Okay, now I click on login, and here you can see login successfully. So actually we'll change it. That's why actually I don't want to do any style for it. We actually move it to when the login will be successful, then actually we'll actually move it to another PHP file. So let's create it. Okay, so for the admin, actually I'm going to create a new folder for the admin, and I will name it admin. Okay, and here I will actually keep all the file related to admin. So I will say here Ctrl S, save admin dashboard underscore dashboard .php. So I'll go here and I'll check it that if row password is password, then actually I will redirect him to the admin dashboard. So I will use header function, and here I have to give double quotation, and I have to say here location colon and the file name. So the file is inside the admin, right? So I have to say here admin slash the file name admin underscore dashboard .php. Okay, so this is the header file. Okay, let me just say here that this is admin dashboard. Go here, and let's say I want to log in yamin@gmail.com 123 enter, login. Now you can see this is admin dashboard, and we are actually in admin folder, right? In admin folder admin dashboard.php. So our login process is done perfectly. Now let's go for the registration. So I will create a new video for this. So see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.